What's up, guys, and welcome back to Hookup Entertainment. So there is something interesting that I figured out, while scrolling on social media, and I came across Julius Malema's greatest moment of all time. So Julius Malema was being interviewed on Newsroom Africa, and on that interview, that's when he was speaking about Fanima Semula and General Mkwanazi, and was explaining why General Mkwanazi is not being appointed as the National Police Commissioner. And that was way back, before people even knew about General Mkwanazi. Mkwanazi then, wasn't that popular. But Julius Malema, was far ahead of his time, He had this giraffe view and had seen all these guys, Fanima Semula, and he truly explained, that this guy, Fanima Semula, he can't even type an email. I mean, this is Julius Malema. Listen to yourself.
To fight crime and corruption. Why? They can't put him because they're not in control of him. They've put Masemola there. Do you know that Masemola can't type an email? The whole police commissioner can't type an email.
Let's end it there. Leader of the EFF, Julius Malema.
Completely unbelievable. So you saw that final look from Julius Malema there after he was told, let's end it there. It's something amazing.
Let's end it there. Leader of the EFF,
completely unbelievable. I mean, it's that stance of a person, who knows exactly what he is talking about, who is like, okay, you want us to end it here, I'm cool with it, let's end it here. So that's Julius Malema, explaining, that they don't want to appoint General Mkwanazi as the National Police Commissioner because they can't control him, as Malema is saying there.
To fight crime and corruption. Why? They can't put him because they're not in control of him. They've put Masemola there. Do you know that Masemola can't type an email? The whole police commissioner can't type an email.
Let's end it there. Leader of the EFF, Julius Malema.
So you heard it. I mean, Julius Malema saying Fanima Semula, the whole police commissioner, I don't know why I had to use that word. The whole police commissioner can't type an email. So, typing an email is just opening your Gmail app, whatever it is, subject, body, just type send. And Malema there being interviewed on Newsroom Africa is claiming, that Fanima Semula can't do that. I don't know where Julius Malema got all this from, but this is what he is saying, to say that Fanima Semula can't do that. So this is always the thing with Julius Malema, whenever he speaks, people don't listen, they criticize him, and often Julius Malema he is attacked for what he is said at that specific moment. Then the proof comes later, maybe months or even years later, and Julius Malema is then proven correct on what he was saying, So Julius Malema is that kind of guy who is always ahead of his time, and it's something, that people fail to see and appreciate sometimes, to see that this guy, he is that leader, that can take you forward because he is 10 steps ahead. And that is exactly what you want in a leader. Someone who sings the things as they are. I mean, imagine if people had listened to Julius Malema during that time of the interview and everybody had called, for General Mkwanazi to be appointed as the National Police Commissioner. I mean, where would we be today? We would be somewhere else. But obviously, on the other hand, there is nothing wrong with Masemola. He is an old guy. I think he's 62. And our talents differ as human beings. We are all different. Some people, they can express themselves, when it comes to speaking, standing in front of people. And that kind of a person is Julius Malema, who can, give a powerful speech, encourage the people, motivate the people, etc., etc. other people can express themselves when it comes to writing. They are not able to speak like the first guy, but they can write, unlike others who speak. So you can see that we are all different. And when it comes to Masemula, he is also different. He is good in other things. You know, as we saw on the Matlanga Commission, he's shown, that he is a principled man who stands with principles. Because sometimes it's not enough, just to get somebody who is able to type an email. I mean, Senzo Mtkunu can type an email, send it. But what good will Senzo Mtkunu do for us, if you are to give him the National Police Commissioner post? It wouldn't do much good, to us to have him with that post. So it's best to put Fanima Semula there, who is the heart of the people. Because sometimes that is all that you want, to have someone with the hearts of the people there, not someone who is educated with all the books. Because I still remember back, I had my teacher who actually was telling me that, it's not enough, to be the best educated person, because it's what you then do with that education that you have. Because some people, they end up like abusing the education that they have, and then they become like completely evil. They then start misusing that education that they have. So when it comes to appointing a leader, it's not enough just to look at that CV and just be like, okay, you've got these points, you are the best. But what can you do for the people out there? But then again, at the same time, you also do not want someone who is completely uneducated simply because, they have the hearts of the people at the heart. What you want is like a balance, I think, it's like you want a balance. But Julius Malema, was completely solid on his position there to say that Fanima Semula can't do this, and because he can't type an email or whatever it is, he then gets controlled by others. It's like he is just there on that post as a placeholder, but there are others, who would be the driving force behind him. That's Julius Malema there, way back years before he had seen this all, that there is a sabotage against General Mkwanazi, and it has finally come out now. I'll catch you guys on the next one.